Hello, hello, hello. Another episode of Aydin Says Stuff. And yes, I am wearing a t shirt of my own self doing a cover of Concordia University. I'm narcissistic like that. I appreciate it. That said, today we're going to talk about sci fi, specifically sci fi literature. And this is a critique, not a good one. And before I start, first let me explain I love sci fi. And since the lockdown, I've been going back reading books like originals like The Dune, The Fountain, series and trilogies, and they're marvelous because they put you in this universe that's far flung, but yet we're still human. So sometimes we still make the same mistakes as we're making right now, just with aliens around. That said, I hate reading, and this goes with anything that is bad. You're gonna be like, oh, no shit, who likes to read bad stuff? The problem with me is, if I start a book, I will finish it. And it's like going on a really shitty date. I will still pick up the bill at the end. It's just out of respect. I will do it. Doesn't mean I want to see that person again, but I will do it. Same thing goes with books. If I pick up a book, I will start and finish it, and I will force myself right through it. And this is where I'm going to introduce you guys to Sleep in the Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. Supposedly, the author had a great reputation because he did this series about dragons, Aragon or something. I don't know, never read it. And this thing came on my radar, on my Goodread, where they said this book is highly recommended for you. It's sci-fi, it's space, it's long, 800 pages. And I love that because it gives you time to dive into characters, universes. I enjoy that. I appreciate that. And what was beautiful, let me start with the good parts, was it actually does that. It builds you this universe that you feel accustomed with. You feel comfortable being in there. It's vast, it's intense, it's politically engaging. You get different fractions, and you understand the social problematics that they're having. And the book starts pretty fast. It's a story of a young girl who's a scientist on a deep foreign planet doing research, and she's about to settle down with her loved one. And the day before she does that, she literally stumbles into an alien artifact that engulfs her, and then shit goes wrong. Hence, by the way, I'm gonna give some spoilers, but just if you don't like it, don't listen. My problem was the main character was just boring. I don't know, it was made to be written that way, but it's the image of a man. The author is a male writing a woman's concept of love. And usually I don't care because good writers, they could imagine, they could create, they do good research. But in this case, it just felt weak. Like I didn't believe it. I didn't follow through with it. The heroine was more, it was like lackluster. She's supposed to be this powerful, this individual who acquires power, strength, but ended up being some emo bitch who just nags and complains and complains and complains. Like, shit you not, halfway through the book, I was hoping she would die, which is not good, And I'm halfway through the book, 400 pages into it. At the other side, the storyline is absurd. Like, it's almost like the author pick and choose a bunch of tropes to create his story. You have like this alien jumpsuit that gives her all this power, which feels like Venom from the comic books, based on this really boring character who is a goody two shoe, no scientist who never did anything wrong, and then suddenly, oof, she's going this wildest adventure of her life. There's two types of aliens. One type feels like literally feels like hentai tentacle alien octopuses that come and abuse girls. It really feels and reads that way. And the other one looks like the Flood from the Halo, but just more emo. They're just angry all the time. Just angry, they want to destroy everything. And it was extremely frustrating because I was hoping maybe at the end it will pick up and change and have relevance. It throws you into these adventures that have no purpose at the end. You have to go find this shaft, this great blue shaft, and then the shaft is broken. But by doing so, you woke up this really bad creature that for some reason you just woke him up. And this is the part where it's volume 1. This is going to be another book coming up to continue the story because it doesn't wrap up. Do you understand how frustrating it is? It's like literally you went on the date, you're respectful enough, you paid for the date, you're like, I'm never going to see you again. It's okay, have a good life. And then she shows up to your house, tell you, hey, guess what? I still want to see you again. And like, why? Oh my God. And I don't know. Maybe people love this book because the author is so famous. He has, I don't get it. But it's tedious. Like I said, the universe is well built. The characters are boring as hell. There's literally a chapter where she decides to make love while having her suit on, and she has to concentrate to open the suit where her sex is so the man could enter her. And her caption is like, are you brave enough? Like, who wrote, like, I feel the author never ever made love to a woman, or if he has, then goddamn, he sucks at making love to a woman or touching a girl and start with. And what kind of imbecile, like, I mean, you know, and this is part, like, I'm not sure if he's trying to be woke or not, because he doesn't sound woke, he just sounds stupid. At the same time, I'm positive he's not a bad author because he's one of the most famous authors that ever existed. Okay, a New York Times bestseller for author of Aragon. Yet, it's lacklusting, it's boring. And by the time I was done, I wanted to throw it out the window. Which is rare because I like having my books and collecting them. Anyways, that said, this is another episode Aydin Says Stuff. And I highly do not recommend you get this book. Okay, skip it. Go pick up something else. I'll come out with you. I got other books I'm reading right now. I read like 2-3 books at a time. And I'll come out with different podcasts with books I highly recommend to you guys. That said, have a great day and good luck with the apocalypse.